That's not asking too much of you.
Yeah, I think that's the line.
That's the line. We crossed it.
Okay.
Fuck, man. We wanted to get to the line, but not cross it.
No, you just crossed it.
All right. So let's, Adam, start the show.
What's up, everybody? This is WWE superstar Ricochet, and you are listening to Blitzkrieg POP.
Hey, guys. Welcome back to the Blitzkrieg POP. You're sitting here with Adam.
Alex.
And WWE superstar Ricochet.
The one and only.
Trevor, a.k.a. T-Dog.
I love this guy.
Our buddy.
Yeah, exactly. We have Trevor. We don't have Ricochet. We have Trevor, technically.
The motherfucker.
Nice.
You guys come through Paducah much for the company? I mean, drive through?
Unless we're going through like Nashville or something,
Yeah.
not really too much. The closest we get is maybe like Louisville or Nashville.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, it's crazy because I always think of it's crazy to think of all the great bands and all the successful people that have had to take I-24, from Nashville to St. Louis. Yeah, I mean every one of them. I mean, there's probably been some great people.
It's funny enough, Paducah is actually oddly like famous within the wrestling world.
Is it?
The Rock even The Rock has a joke. He's like, yeah, I main evented in Paducah, Kentucky, where I beat Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's like, but it's not. He's like, it's not on camera. He's like, no one's seen it or something like that.
He said
That's
that?
insane.
You're sitting?
Yeah, he says I beat Stone Cold in Paducah, Kentucky, but no one's seen it because it's not on tape or something like that.
That's crazy. Well, I remember a few years ago, John Cena mentioned Paducah on Stone Cold's podcast. And also one time The Rock had mentioned Munnels or Red's Donuts or something. Did you see that?
Really?
How crazy, though.
He said the best donuts he's ever had was in Paducah, Kentucky.
Well, he's not wrong there. That means he's actually been here.
I really hope it's not Reds.
I think he said Reds, but that's because Munnels wasn't an option.
Damn.
I think he said Reds.
Munnels is much better.
If you ever,
Trevor, you have waded into a war that's going on here,
there's
buddy.
There's a big fight going on about this.
You have waded knee deep into it.
Damn.
No, the donut war.
Yeah, the donut war. I mean, it's a real thing around here.
No, yeah, I know. There's a security guard. It's one of the like top security guards for WWE. His name's Scott Aycock. He lives in Paducah. Actually, he lives in LBL now. He just moved.
Wow, that's cool as shit.
Yeah, and he's been the security guard for I don't know how long, but his name's, and then there's a guy. He's like one of Triple H's like managers or something. I don't know his job title, but his name's Terry Sims. He's from Paducah, Kentucky as well.
I've heard this before. My neighbor told me.
And we always tell everybody about the donut war in Paducah, but I've done like 2 blind taste tests from people out of town. So they don't know anything about it. Blind taste tests.
And?
In Munnels won both times.
Fuck.
Oh, damn.
Because it's the best.
Yeah, this is going on the show.
Trevor, do you mind if we put that on there?
No, yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going on there, bud.
Well, seriously, if you look through The Rock's, if you just tweet or look up on Google The Rock, Paducah, Reds, or you could
probably just ask him.
Probably ask The Rock. I don't know.
Rock, you said you had donuts in Paducah. Where did you go?
Yeah.
Just that.
And,
we need him to settle this once and for all, I
on
guess.
our show.
And if it's Reds, I'm going to be like, you have to go back and have Munnels because...
Like, Rocky, we know you're lying.
Exactly. How's COVID-19 treating your ass?
Honestly, it's kind of been pretty good for me. Like, as bad as the situation is, like, worldwide pandemic, like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Like, for me, like, alone, like, I've been, like, trying to take this time because we haven't been wrestling or anything. So
Right.
I've just been trying to, like, I don't know, work on myself.
Get your shit right.
Get that shit right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've been seeing you rollerblading.
Yeah, dude, that's been great.
When I rollerblade, I don't look like that. Thank you for doing this with us,
Yeah,
man.
thank you.
Oh no, it's gonna be cool.
I just want you to know, Trevor, that I put on pants for you.
Oh snap!
In the COVID-19 thing, like I don't really wear pants, and I was like, well, I'm going to talk to Trevor. I'm going to wear pants.
Wear some pants. No, brother, take them off, brother.
So this is stupid because we're friends, but can we call you Trevor, or is there like kayfabe, or I don't?
No, yeah.
Okay.
No, that's a good question.
Is it a good question? I've never interviewed you as a wrestler. I just know about going to eating chicken wings and going on top of high schools and shit with you.
Yeah, those are great times.
Yeah, they are. Is it cool if we mention that kind of shit?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we got motherfucking Ricochet on our show.
Motherfucking Ricochet.
And it's gotten fucking so ridiculous at the comic book store, Infinite Collectibles, that we own. When we say something like, I know Ricochet.
Oh, man. You know what, Trevor? Somebody be talking about you, right? Which is cool. It's awesome. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I know that guy. And they look at you like, fuck you.
No, you don't. I'm like, I
actually know that guy. He's been in my living room.
We do know, and I'm always like, I do know it. And like Adam said, you just got to a point where you're like, I don't know that guy. I guess I don't know that guy.
I guess I don't, yeah.
But it's kind of funny, man. You deal with a lot of weird shit like that, or is it just everyday business for you?
Oh, that was amazing. That's so funny. Thank you. Because I can envision all of that in my head.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was amazing. I needed that. That was great.
A long time ago, maybe 15 years ago, I would tell people about you that were wrestling fans.
Yeah.
And a few of them, have hit me up in the last 2 or 3 years, especially when you were doing Lucha Underground. And I was like,
yeah.
I told you, motherfucker, that dude's great. Not just because he's my friend. He's great. I can remember years and years and years ago, you coming to Adam's white trash palace of a trailer, and we were watch your matches on like burnt DVDs.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I think you were wearing a mask.
Absolutely.
What was your name when you had the mask?
Oh my God, that was
Holos or
Helios.
Yeah, Helios. That's it.
Well, you were a bad motherfucker as Helios.
Dude, that's throwback. I still have that gear.
Do
I have
you?
the kick pads and the tights and the wrist things, the gauntlets, I think they're what they're called, and the mask.
Oh, that's
I don't have the
fucking
hair,
cool.
but I have the rest of it.
As a kid, I always loved an action figure that you could take the mask off of. I actually stole a Batman from Jason Harmon that you could take his mask off.
I think it was from Batman Returns.
Oh, nice.
So Michael Keaton has a toy, but as a wrestling fan, I always loved the guys in mask. And because of the superhero connection, I love the mask. Adam was pointing out to me that you came out and I saw it because I watched it, but I'm not a fan of anime, so
Yeah, he didn't know who All Might was.
I don't know All Might.
I was going to ask you though.
Yeah.
I mean, why'd you pick All Might? I mean, other than he's the symbol of peace.
Yeah, that's exactly why. He's the symbol of peace. No, but well, that was actually Halloween too, because we were over there. We were over in Saudi Arabia for Halloween, so we were going to miss Halloween over here.
Oh, that's right.
Man, I still got to dress up as somebody. And,
that's cool, man.
Someone asked me the other day. They were like, who's like your favorite superhero? It was like one of my friends, and I was like, this is actually a very hard decision for me. Because
that is a tough one.
It's the only reason we called you.
Literally, like my whole life, Peter Parker and like Spider-Man has been my favorite superhero, like my whole life.
You just answered one of our questions right there.
And God bless you for that.
Oh, there you yeah.
Peter Parker?
Yeah, but then after watching like My Hero stuff, I'm like, man, is All Might my favorite hero?
I think this conversation's going south.
No, but like you gotta watch. Honestly, you gotta watch the show. The show's so good.
All Might is the shit too, man.
Dude, he's the fucking shit. He's like, but like that's what I'm saying. It's a tough decision. I'm like, I don't know if I've fully made the switch yet, but internally I'm like, man, I think All Might be my favorite hero.
Okay, turn this shit off. I'm kidding, Trevor. But seriously, Adam's been telling me to watch that. I mean,
for 2 years at the very least.
It's been a long. I mean, I don't know what episode number this is.
They're on the 4th season.
We've been talking about this since episode
4 just ended.
Yeah, season 4 just ended.
Yeah. And they're all on like Hulu. Go back and watch them. They're awesome.
Man, yeah. I'm waiting for. Not too long ago, they released the English dub of 3. So I'm going to go back and rewatch 3, and then hopefully they'll have the English dub of 4, and then I can jump right into that.
They've got some. I have the app Funimation.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's got most of season 4 already dubbed over.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Not all of them. It doesn't have all of them.
Well, I might have to
some
try
of
that.
The last bits with Gentle and stuff, like, they don't have that, but like they have a lot of them already dubbed over.
Oh, shit. Okay. I've been kind of waiting for it to be on Hulu, you know, like, and
yeah.
But I might have to check that out because my daughter and I, my oldest daughter and I, we watch the fuck out of it.
Yeah, see, I'm currently watching Naruto. I'm on like season 3 or 4 of Naruto right now because my son, he's been watching it, and so like we sit there and I'll call him and we'll talk about like what's happening.
That's awesome.
Why Sasuke's acted the way Sasuke's acted, and like all this stuff, and he's like, yeah, and I'm like, it's awesome.
Hell yeah!
My oldest daughter Kaylee loves Naruto. I always call him Tartaro to piss her off. When she gets really mad, the other day she's like, "How would you feel if I said Spider-Man wrong?" And I'm like, "Don't even joke about that in this house.
Don't even
joke about it. It's your birthright to like Spider-Man."
So, Trev, would you say you're a bigger anime fan than like, you know, comics?
Oh boy.
No, I wouldn't say I'm a bigger fan. No.
Okay.
I still think comics like Marvel, DC, especially because I don't really read a lot of manga. I haven't read a lot of manga recently, which I guess is just basically comics.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's they're Japanese comics.
They're backwards too. I know. You spent a lot of time in Japan.
But the books are backwards and it messed me up.
Yeah.
It messed me up at first. But no, I think I still think classically just like is the best. You know what I mean? But dude, anime is great though.
Yeah, there's some animes like everything else. There's great, and then there's shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad comics.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot.
That is very true.
I mean, you have to put on the hip waders when you're going in.
Yeah, you got to make sure or ask people like where specifically to look. Cause
yeah, definitely.
So Trevor, growing up, so you were born in '88, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it says it on his ass. What are you talking about?
I was just going to say the only reason I know that is because I saw an 88 on your cock, on your trunks. And I was like, that must be when he was born.
Yeah, EST 88.
Yeah,
that's
established
awesome.
88.
Well,
man.
so you were, 4 or 5 years old when the big 90s boom of comics was going?
Yeah, I was super young.
Do you remember your first comic book or like going to a drugstore or do you remember what?
No, see, my first comic that I ever got came from Aaron actually.
Well, let's take this time to tell our listeners about our mutual friend Aaron Duncan, who is going bald, by the way.
He doesn't think he is, though.
He ain't gonna like that one.
He's gonna join us in the bald crew.
Oh shit! He just pulled in. He's like Voldemort. You say his fucking name, and he knows that you talked about him. But anyways, yeah, Aaron Duncan's a mutual friend of ours. Our listeners have heard us mention him before, and really, that's how I met Trevor.
Well, yeah, I think that's the same. Yeah,
because Aaron's a close friend of mine. I would say a brother-like character.
Sure, me too.
And that's how we met Trevor here. But you were saying that he loaned you a comic?
Yeah, because I remember he had these big white boxes full of comics and stuff. And I remember him basically, because I always liked Spider-Man, but I never really knew Peter Parker's side. I just knew Spider-Man fight the bad guys, you know. I guess it would have been either late middle school or early high school. That's when I really first started kind of reading comics and learned, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, and it was like, I don't remember like what specifically one it was, but it was definitely Spider-Man for sure.
Well, I recall, around that time, Aaron was kind of my shadow and I was known as the Spider-Man guy.
Yeah.
And I'm not picking on him.
You guys always draw on him and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not picking on him, but I would draw Spider-Man on everything, so he started to do it too. Aaron's way cooler than me, looks better than me, he's got better hair.
No, yeah, I was Aaron's shadow in high school.
Oh, I was Zach Hill's shadow. So, hey, we're all somebody's shadow. I was Adam's shadow, But I recall that time, so it would have been in high school because everything I've ever done in art class or anything in my life has Spider-Man on it. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember when Aaron was building his Spider-Man collection.
Oh, do you remember the costume that he made?
Oh, fuck yeah. I remember you broke it and putting it on.
Yeah, he made that.
Yeah, right? He made it.
It was impressive.
Literally made it.
And I put it on and it ripped, Trevor. Actually, I put it on and I couldn't get out of it.
Yeah.
It was so tight. which I'm
Dude,
sure
Aaron's like the biggest airhead in the world, but he's like the most talented guy in the world.
he's talented as hell.
He is super talented. You're right.
But you look at him and he's like, oh, this guy's an idiot.
You said that, not
Yeah,
me.
that was all Trevor. We didn't say that.
Yeah, he won't get mad at him.
Aaron all the time. I'll be getting on Aaron because he's like super cool, so I was like trying to bring him down a peg.
Oh yeah, I like that. Hey, that's what you have to do with your buddies, though.
Trevor and I bonded over that because I was like, hey,
Yeah, we did.
tell Aaron that he's, losing his hair. And he's like,
Oh
okay,
my God.
cool.
Do you tell him he's losing his hair?
I haven't yet, but
You
when Alex is around, I egg it on.
Okay, because I know that would shatter his soul.
Yeah, he doesn't like that. And he told me, actually, Trev was in town. When was that? February? We went to Buffalo Wild Wings.
I missed that. I'm
It'd
sorry.
be like early February.
Right before COVID-19 really started popping off. But we went out there and I said something about Aaron's hair right at the beginning. And he's like, you're not going to get in my head over this. And then later, like 3 hours later, he's like, you really think my hair is going
He's the kind of guy that once you get home after you've said something like that, he'll text you and go, you didn't really mean that, did you?
Love you, Aaron Duncan.
Yes,
God
we
bless
do.
you, Aaron Duncan. And
He's the best person in the world, and he's been like an inspiration to me my whole life because he's an amazing person.
And the work he's done on your car, Trevor.
Yeah.
With Duncan Brothers Customs.
Oh,
We're
man.
giving a
They
shout out to him right
crushed it.
here. Wow.
They crushed it.
Yeah, man, that car's sharp, dude.
Dude, they were supposed to do a car show in like early to mid-March. It was supposed to be in a show, but obviously the show got canceled.
Yeah.
And then all this COVID stuff happened. So after that show, they were going to bring the car down. So like I should have had my car this whole time, but the whole COVID-19 has messed it all up.
Man, that
That
sucks.
sucks, man. Damn, so you're not even going to get to cruise around in it?
No. But I mean, I guess honestly, like at the end of the day, there are actually people out there freaking dying and stuff. So I guess me not having my car for a couple of months is like, whatever, you know?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
You already get to have abs,
But-
so I guess you can
dude,
wait.
I was looking at that rollerblade picture and I'm like, did you steal someone else's abs? I mean, there's like 8 of them. Like,
I
what
thought
the fuck?
not.
It was a good photo.
Yeah. You ain't
Trevor,
kidding.
do you recall? This is a great fucking story I've never told publicly. That you picked me up. You and I are both road dogs, and this was before you signed with WWE. And you had to. I needed a ride home from Nashville Airport, and you picked me up. Do you remember that?
I think so, yes.
Yeah,
actually.
well,
wow.
On the whole ride home, I was marking out over wrestling or whatever the fuck we call that. And then you got to the house and you were like, kind of acting like you were going to come in. And I was like, you can't go in. And you're like, why? And I was like, because you got fucking abs. I've been gone for fucking 3 weeks. You can't come in. I got to get laid. She can't see you.
I do remember
You just
that.
look puzzled,
Wow.
like, whoa, wait a minute. Like,
Wait a second.
this is bullshit. Yeah.
Alex doesn't invite you into his house because of your abs.
Well,
That's fucked up.
I think
Yeah,
he did
man.
come in anyways, and then I was like,
I
check his
think I did
fucking abs
that,
out. Just got rid of the fucking pink elephant in the room.
No, the pink elephant. No, I don't think it's. I honestly don't think I've been worked up over that these years, man. I think it's cool.
What? That the abs, or what do you mean?
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty damn cool. Yeah.
I mean,
you're just like let's talk about this.
yeah, I know. It's funny as hell. Yeah, you haven't been thinking about that. I didn't keep you up at
No,
night.
yeah,
Well, you bastard. But any which way, lots of people, they think they can get in shape and stuff, but that's a way of life, right? I mean, you do that all the time.
basically, yeah.
I mean, you're
Every
paid
day
to
I'm
look like that. If it wasn't your job, you wouldn't look like that. Is that what you're
I would
telling me?
still go to the gym as often as I go to the gym now, but I would eat completely differently.
What do you eat? I know a lot of people, look forward to trying to look like a WWE superstar. What do you eat?
I ordered since having this time off, I've been able to cook for myself more.
Sure.
But normally, because we're traveling a lot, like I order these meals online.
Yeah.
They're called like Mega Fit meals or something like that, and I order them, and they're like actually really freaking good. And it's like steak and eggs, and it's blueberry pancakes and bacon and like all this stuff. So they're actually pretty good little meals already.
That's cool.
Damn.
I've always wondered, how, because I know how it is to travel, and I've not even traveled on your level, and it's hard to.
Oh, damn, you still get around, bro. You be traveling more than me.
It's hard to make good decisions while
very,
eating
very hard.
in a hurry.
Man.
But
I got this like this big Yeti like cooler lunch bag thing that I bring.
Yeah.
And so I'll have to check it too, because I put my meals in that, and I put like some protein in that. And I put like all my stuff for the weekend in this bag, and I check the bag. It's able to travel and stuff. It's like a pretty big bag, and I put all my food in that.
See, that's awesome. I've always, I'm not really wondered, but like,
I mean, man, that takes a lot of planning.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of planning, but again, it's cool because we're usually gone for like, Friday to Tuesday. Like we leave Friday, get home Tuesday. So it's only a couple of days. So it's easy. But when you're gone for like a week or more, like you can't really bring food for that long. So that's when it kind of gets hard.
Yeah. That's, what I deal with is the 30-day run, which is
exactly. Yeah. You can't really pack food, like cold food for 30 days.
Nah.
It's like just not possible.
No, it's not possible. So you're down to like, I know when you were doing the indie shows, I think one time me and you were texting at like 3 a.m, and
yeah,
I'm
I
like,
probably just got to the hotel.
Yeah, I'm like, how long have you been out? What's the longest you've been out? And you're like, I was in Japan for 60 days. I'm like, whoa, or maybe longer.
I was in Japan for 93 days.
93 days.
93 days. The longest I've been on the road was 60 days.
Yeah, 93 days. Because I was over there. It was like 2013, I think. I did it like a full month tour with a company called Dragon Gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like that, I got entered into this, like it's a company for New Japan called the Best of the Super Junior. And so like when that Dragon Gate tour ended, I usually go home, but the end of that tour kind of ended right when this tour started.
So you just stayed
in Japan.
Fuck.
And then I did that. That was like a 3 or 4 week tournament.
Jeez.
And then I would have went home after that, but the next Dragon Gate tour had started.
Damn, man.
So I just stayed in Japan for that whole Dragon Gate tour.
No rest for the wicked.
And then, I was like, dude, I never again.
Never again.
I was like, honestly, it's my fate. Like, other than like living in America, like if I had to live somewhere else, it would probably be Japan because I love it. But
I gotta agree with that.
Oh, World Traveler Alex has got to definitely throw that in there.
Oh, fuck you, Adam. They say that shit to me. We're literally talking to the guy.
I'm not going to give him shit because his shit's legit. He doesn't just, I've been there. He doesn't do that.
I can't do a backflip.
That's right.
So you can play drums though.
Yeah, Trevor's been to a couple of my gigs.
That's cool.
I don't play every instrument possible.
I remember saying to him, "How do you not gas out?" And he's like, "How the fuck do you not gas out?" I'm like, "Oh."
I remember I remember ever since this day, like it's always been like one of my like favorite songs. So, but I remember coming. I don't remember where the building was, but Adam, you guys, I think it was maybe Middle Class. They did a tribute show for Jake.
Yeah, we did.
You guys played "Say It Ain't So" by Weezer.
Yeah, we did.
That's awesome.
And literally, ever since that, I was like, damn, that's like one of my like top 5 favorite songs ever.
Oh man, that's a fucking amazing song.
That was a little place in Lona.
That was a little tiny, what? It was like it's like a tattoo shop.
It's like
next
right
door to
across
a
from
tattoo
Banks
shop.
Supermarket.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that show. That me and Aaron played some metal songs.
Yes, you guys did.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that gig. Adam was asking earlier though. I know we're kind of all over the place, but he said, "Did I play?"
I know that there was a CPW event in Metropolis.
Oh my gosh.
You remember this? It was at like a civic center, like right there on the main drag. You guys had live bands and you wrestled.
Oh, I think, was it right by the casino?
Yes, it was down there.
It's at Harris.
It was down there somewhere.
It was where I booked those queer shows.
It was a hotel actually that had
a ballroom type deal.
This little ballroom.
I know exactly that's Merv Griffin Theater.
There you go, Merv Griffin Theater.
There it is. That's it.
Theater.
Yeah, fuck
so
yeah.
You guys had a match in there? Trevor?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we ran shows there all the time.
That's great.
Yeah, and we played like a live set.
You did
in the middle of that.
Damn. Did you play Trevor to the ring?
No, I wish we would have played you to the ring.
Man,
that would have been the shit.
Been great too.
Oh, just
Yeah, that
next
would've been
WrestleMania, just get us in there.
Well, because I'm pretty sure at the time, because like actually most of my indie career and all of my Dragon Gate career, I came out to White Ghetto anyway. So.
Teenage Rehab.
Yeah, my baby.
Yeah.
I wrote that fucking song with Danny. Yeah.
That's awesome.
You know,
it's fucking awesome.
Everyone knows it as your theme song, not as a Teenage Rehab song, which I will take it. I was like, that's cool. That's cool with me because I was always blown away that you chose to use that, and it made me.
I've always kind of had like ties to Paducah and where I came from.
And Southside.
So like, yeah, like you know,
Yeah.
that's where I grew up. Really,
Yeah, and the
right
song's about the South Side of Paducah. And did people ask you about that song? Because I've been asked about it because of
I've
you.
had a couple people, asking me about the song, and like a lot of people were like, "Man, that song, like I hear it, and then like the next week, it's just stuck in my head." I'm like,
Yeah.
and they're like, because they don't know the words. They don't know the words.
Well, thank you for using it. Hopefully,
Yeah,
if hopefully you can use it again soon. I can get a check. No, I'm kidding around. I'm totally kidding around. Your new theme music is really catchy. I
Oh,
find
yeah.
it stuck in my head all the time. Really,
It is
seriously.
a catchy little
That little thing at the beginning, the Ricochet sound.
the sound. Yeah,
It's
man.
kind of honestly, I know I'm marking out here, but it's kind of like the glass break for Steve Austin. It gives you that idea that this guy's coming. You know.
I mean, at first I was like, oh man, this thing's a little silly, but like now I'm like, let's just like, I love it. Yeah, cool,
Yeah.
let's go.
Well, you know, all
That's
the
my
great
little sound.
theme songs have that.
It's iconic.
All of them have that indicator, like the Undertaker's bells or The Rock saying, "If you
But
smell."
I mean, all theirs like sound like really, really cool.
You know, I think it's natural not to think your shit sounds really, really cool.
I bet Undertaker was like, "Those damn bells don't sound that cool."
Yeah.
Yeah, man, hopefully mine evolve over time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I mean, you're just at the beginning. You know, I see
sure. Oh, yeah, very
of
beginning.
WWE.
It's kind of crazy, to say you're at the beginning. I mean,
Well-
hell, it's been 17.
Well,
It's been longer than that, really.
You know what I mean, though. Like
Yeah,
I
October will
see,
be 17. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see people go, "Why is he not doing this or that?" And you're like, "I just got started here in WWE."
Yeah, that's what people are like. Why is he not champion? And why is he not blah blah blah? I'm like, guys, like,
Yeah.
I literally got here last year.
I'm making a
Right.
living wrestling, so it's
Been here
cool.
one full year. Like, I plan on being here like 10 years.
I would say you've had a really impressive first year.
That's what I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it was fucking awesome.
If you ask fans, it's not good enough.
I thought it's been pretty good little year.
Yeah.
I mean, now, like, say, if in 10 years that I haven't done anything, okay, then you can be mad. Yeah, for sure.
Well, then you can start wrestling back in Paducah. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
The Merv Griffin.
That's right.
There you go.
That'll be
Yeah.
great. And we'll play you to the ring.
Yes, we will.
But seriously, I think, Adam and I were saying, this is a geek type of show, and we didn't want anyone to think because we're having a wrestler on that we're always going to do wrestling talk. But there's always a little bit of wrestling talk in every show because it's who we are.
I think even when we just hang out, there's always like, it's like games,
Yeah.
comics,
and wrestling.
heroes, wrestling,
Absolutely.
movies, maybe.
That's what we talk
Basically
about.
every conversation we have. Yeah,
It's
That's
pop culture.
It's just what we talk about.
in pop culture. Yeah, exactly,
The Rock
yeah.
and Spider-Man, and they're both part of pop culture. So
They
that's
really are.
that's why our show is called the Blitzkrieg Pop. It's like the Ramones Blitzkrieg Bop,
We'll
and then
play on words.
then
Yeah.
you do the pop. So we have fun with that, and it's awesome to be able to talk with someone that we know who's also a mega star.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I would say megastar.
Yeah, you're a mega star.
Now, don't play it
Well,
down.
Okay, I will say, like in the like wrestling world bubble, I wouldn't even say megastar. No way.
Well,
Okay.
Like
I've-
Randy Orton is a megastar.
Yeah, but you got better abs than Randy.
It's true.
Nah, Randy's got. Have you seen him? He looks great.
I have seen Randy. He's great. I think Randy's doing some of his best work here against Edge lately.
He really is doing awesome. Yeah,
Honestly. Speaking of that, have you ever worked as a heel?
on the indies. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to say that I feel like if I was going to be a wrestler, I would want to be a heel. It seems like it would be more fun.
It can be more fun for sure. Yeah, it could be more fun. But again,
You're a baby
I
face
do
for sure.
enjoy it. And if I ever got to do it, it would be awesome.
I feel like a
But-
guy with your abilities could be an amazing heel. You know, where
Yeah,
you're
it
like, hey,
was-
motherfucker,
that's
you
where
can't do what I can do.
On the independent scene, that's where I really made most of my like bread and butter was like
Being a bad
yeah,
guy.
being a heel. Yeah, that's
Is being a heel easier?
Like at PWG, I was like basically the heel my last half my time there. You know.
You have the skills that a lot of people don't have, so it automatically lends itself to being like a cocky, arrogant bastard, which is fun because that's what you want to see is that guy get beat up.
Exactly, and that's what I'm good at as well, getting beat up.
Boy, you
are, man.
I watch you get beat up, and I'm like, oh no, I think he's hurt.
I do the same thing.
a lot of people who start, they're like, how do you fall and take those bumps the way you do and stuff? And I'm like, well, just think of the most dangerous way you can take it, and then just do that.
Just do that.
Fuck, that's great.
It's really like I don't know what else to tell you.
Has your style of selling evolved through the years, or is that something you have to work on as well as your moveset?
It definitely is something you have to work on. It definitely is it is a freaking art. I mean, it's what makes people care about you. You know what I mean? It definitely is.
Because at the end of the day, you're telling a story.
Exactly. Yeah. And when I started being Prince Puma, I was watching a lot of El Generico, obviously Sami Zayn now, but El Generico stuff.
Yeah.
Because he wore a mask. And he was always so good at selling with his body.
That you were worried about him?
Yeah, he could like somehow sell with his body, and like you knew exactly what he was feeling. So I always thought that was cool.
You know, I really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so when I started being Prince Puma, that's when I really started trying to. When I was Helios, everyone kind of always told me about it. Like, you got to sell with your body, But when I became Puma, I really started, focusing on that. So,
man, that's cool because wrestling is like this.
It's a lot of research. It's a lot of It's a lot of work.
There's a lot that goes into it.
In music, they say you don't write a good song until you've written 1,000 songs. You think wrestling might be similar? Like you can't have a 5-star match until you've fell a bunch of times.
No.
I mean,
for 100%.
That's interesting to me, and as a wrestling fan, I always love the matches. I love a good storyline, but the matches really speak to me. And I love watching guys put on a hell of a match. And I got to say, and I'm not saying it because you're my buddy, you put on hella good matches, dude.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
I appreciate it. I like it too. I like, I don't know, being in there and just being able to portray like your art. You know what I mean? Like it's
pretty damn cool.
Like when you guys are on stage and you guys are a song like again you wrote or something, you're performing that song. It's like it's the same feeling when you're up on stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people singing along to it is
it
exactly. Really feels
and people are out there
good.
singing along. It's the same thing when we do something and everyone's like, "We're gonna shake." You know what I mean? That's the same thing, dude. It's the same feeling, bro. It's something you just can't duplicate.
That's awesome. I have WWE Network, and I just watched Ricochet break it down. That was a really cool.
I haven't even seen that.
Dude, I got to tell you, my kids are sitting in there, and Adeline, my middle child, she came to your homecoming party when you first got signed, and she's looking at the TV, and she goes, "Hey, I was at his party." And I'm like, I told you we went to the party because he had a big deal happen in his life. It was like celebrating his life and his career. But that went over her head because she was playing with other kids and stuff. But she looked up on the TV. Well, there he is. I'm like, yeah. But that show is really good, and it kind of.
Wow.
It kind of showed, like you said something about Triple H telling you to do that flip out against Velveteen Dream. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Seriously.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you.
Never
guys,
seen that in pro wrestling.
It's insane.
To do something in an industry, and I haven't seen every match, but I'm a big fan of wrestling. Yeah. I've never seen that before. Has that been done before? Does someone else do that? I mean, that was
sure,
being
like on
filmed.
The independent scene, it's probably be done. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Somewhere on the independent scene, I'm sure it had to have been done. And then even after I did it, people had but like in like WWE for sure. I don't think that has ever happened.
Dude, that was awesome.
That's insanity.
If Triple H told me to do that, I would fuck that up.
Well, I would shit my pants first.
See, the thing was, we were just trying to, we were like, man, this needs a finish. It needs boom. And we couldn't think of anything.
And that was it.
That was it.
Yeah, he thought of that, and I was just like, Yeah, I tried.
I'll give it a shot.
Did you go, yeah, that's easy for you to say. It's not you.
Because like I just thought, well, he said it, and I started thinking. I just looked at the ring. I was like thinking, maybe. I mean, because I jump out, I dive all the time, right?
Right.
I dive. I feel like, especially like I've done it so much. It's like you guys playing guitar. Like you can just pick up a guitar and you can like what you're doing.
I can shred.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it's like
you know your body can do it.
I was like, and when I like land on people, like I know kind of where I'm hitting them, so I would go more.
That's cool.
And I was like, I think, and that's when I just said, I was like, probably, maybe.
Yeah.
And he was like, you think you could? I was like, yeah.
You rehearsed that, or is that the first time you did it?
No, we didn't rehearse it. I was like, yeah.
You didn't rehearse that? You just did
Say
it?
I get beat up, and say like I hit the ropes and I fall or something, rehearsing it. And then
Yeah.
I hurt myself.
That makes sense.
That's what I was thinking.
So-
I was like, so we'll just try it.
Okay, Trev. So I've often wondered, you look at like extreme sports, you look at like snowboarding, or like, you look at like, just imagine the first time they attempted to do a 720 and they busted their ass. Like, and you're like, now what made this motherfucker get up and do that again? So here's my question. I know that you have taken some pretty hard fucking bumps.
Yeah.
At what point did you realize that I can do this? How many times did you have to fail before you got it?
It's weird. It's very weird.
You just mean like just the whole thing in general?
Okay, so it's like a leap of faith basically in yourself of I can make this happen. Like I can land this. I could,
No, I think again, cause like I've been doing flips and stuff even before I started wrestling.
Sure. I remember running into at Walmart and just being like, T-Dog, do a backflip. And then bam, you just do one. Yeah.
So again, that's just like, you guys in the guitar on the drums or something. It's
yeah,
like
but you know what? That's not, that couldn't end my life. I couldn't accidentally land on my neck.
It's different. It's different levels in that aspect.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah.
But as far as the process, it's still the same. Like I'm sure like when you get like on it's a bass or guitar and you're like, where all the chords are and where the notes are. And then, you already know.
Yeah.
And then like Alex, when he sits on a drum set, he probably sees the drum set differently than I see a drum set. You know what I mean? He probably he's like, yeah, and he can just like and do something. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So it's kind of the same thing. I've just been doing flips since I was like 6.
Wow.
That's
you know
so
what I mean?
awesome.
So
and that's why you're at where you're at.
Me to like flip out of the ring. I can like, that's why I was looking at the ring, because I can kind of visually see where I would go and where I would land. Again, I've never done anything that I wasn't like at least 90% sure that I could pull off.
Sure.
So even that, again, I was like, no, dude, that's so possible. It's more just the confidence of just doing it without
you're just seeing the
thinking
geometry of what you're going to do.
In a way, I guess so, yeah. I guess that's, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, man.
That's fucking awesome.
I think it takes big old brass balls, buddy.
Yeah, and
it does.
It all is confidence. It's like because I know I'm physically capable of doing it, but if I would go and then I would like overthink it and I would stop and I would hesitate,
you don't want to do that.
That's when you get messed up.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's just the confidence of just 100% doing it and don't think about it.
Yeah,
I can understand that completely, and that's
for sure.
That's kind of like what I've thought many times. Like for instance, we opened for Screeching Weasel a few months ago, and it was I think 3,500 people there or something. I couldn't sleep after the gig. We had a great gig, the Queers and Screeching Weasel. It's a good bill. How the fuck do you sleep after WrestleMania or even Monday Night Raw or something?
Well, Mania is a little different.
I'm sure, yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I'm always just
I
think
to sleep.
My body knows when to like shut off.
Because you got to do it again.
I burn the candle at both ends, like
oh man,
my whole life. Like whether it's like working, and then when I'm home, I'm working out, and I'm doing something. Then I go travel again. I'm like, so I'm just burning the candle at both ends, all day long. So my body is just like, okay, now it's time to.
I'm
sleep.
ready for bed.
That's awesome.
But after a big show, like a big pay-per-view or something, I found myself like just not being able to sleep, and I'm being like, why can't I go to sleep? And I'm like, I think it's just the adrenaline and everything from the show for sure.
Now, if I have to drive after that show, I do better.
Yeah.
If I got to go 3 or 4 hours to the next town, or even halfway to the next town, then I can sleep once I get where I'm going. But
Yeah,
it's a
for
weird
sure.
thing. Like if I just go straight to the hotel, I'm like, fuck, that was awesome. I can't sleep, you know? And then, you know, Instagram things coming in and I can only
Yeah.
imagine on your level, that's amplified by 1,000%, you know?
It's more, like, I guess I always check too. I check and see, man. It's my fault. But, it's pretty cool to like, after like a big WrestleMania or a big, even Raw, even I find myself, and it's cool to like get on and just kind of see
what people
Again, I
thought
like
of
going
it.
back and I like watch my stuff for a couple different reasons. A lot of guys don't go back and watch their own matches and stuff. I go back and watch, and I'll watch one match, and even if it's 30 minutes or if it's like 5-minute match, I can usually, oh man, I could have did that better, or
Yeah.
that sucked, or this or that. And
Well, you
so I
can
kinda
learn something.
critique myself, but then I also just kind of like to see what I made, my art form. You know, I like to see what it looks like.
That's cool, man.
That is actually really cool, man. I mean that shows that you're in that mindset of you're going to get better.
Yeah, constantly trying.
If you're not
And
going
so,
to get
like,
better, you're dead.
That's
true,
just
yeah.
that's just life, man. I mean, you've always got to be
In
learning,
life,
or there's no point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You always got to be
100%.
learning.
I think that's why I started journaling. Like I started journaling during this quarantine.
Oh no
And
shit!
It's been awesome.
Oh, that's
literally,
cool, man.
It's been really cool.
Well, I know we were talking before we hit record. Is quarantine treating you well? You want to tell the listeners about that? Is it how's it affect you guys?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as far as working goes, we definitely it's been crazy doing these shows in front of people doing it just at, the PC. It's all been pretty crazy. And like I said, as far as worldwide it goes, it's been obviously pretty serious, but
Yes.
Yeah,
I've just
absolutely.
been trying to take this free time right now. Like I said, I started journaling, and I'm trying to just stay physically active, but trying to stay mentally active and aware of what's happening and how I'm feeling and stuff. And it's really been helping me grow and learn a lot about myself and stuff too. So
I love that, man. A
That's
personal
good.
journey is everything.
Have you been playing any video games?
I haven't.
Oh, nice.
Me
Damn.
neither.
Yeah, 'cause-
Me either, bro. I don't have time.
No, I actively want to, but between because all of this started, and I've been trying to get stuff for my new place. And my friends are like, "You got to get on, you got to get on." I'm like, "I know, I need to get on, but I don't know why. I haven't."
Just haven't had time.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you play if you could?
I'm trying to get on. I've been playing 2K with my friends, and we play Call of Duty 2.
Nice.
I'm not good at it, but they're good at it. So.
Hey, man, you know what? That Call of Duty is one of those fucking things that takes so much practice.
I'm not
It
good
does.
at anything.
There are guys out there that you're just like, this is no fun because you're too good.
And it's no fun because you're so good.
Just die constantly.
I've got 11 deaths and I got 2 kills.
Yeah, and it's just annoying.
That's great, man.
But the other night, me, Tozawa, Apollo, and our boy Moose. I don't know if you guys. He's from Impact.
I know him. He's great.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And so, just us 4 went to Tozawa's house because we've just all been, we see each other at work, but we don't really it's not the same.
I know what you mean. I'm sitting next to Adam.
Yeah, I mean, we're sitting next to each other right now.
I know what you mean. You know the people that will tell you if they've been sick.
Yeah, and so we just took a night to go hang out. And we stayed up to 4 a.m. playing Smash Brothers and Mario Kart. And
Oh,
stuff.
now that sounds fun.
Do you like Smash Brothers?
I do. Me and Tozawa went online the other day. We weren't half bad. It was 50-50.
That's
Wins,
not
losses.
that's not bad if you not playing it all the time. Alex doesn't like any game he sucks at.
See, I'm always averagely good at every game. I'm never
You're
the
never the
best
boss.
at any game, but I'm never the worst at any game either.
How are you on 007? I'm pretty sure I've faced.
I'm pretty sure I've killed you a bunch.
Actually, 007, I'm not good. I'm not good at all.
So you could say that I've beaten Ricochet at 007
I'm not
for the
good
1,
at
2, 3.
Aaron's good.
Aaron sucks. Fuck him. He's really
Aaron's
good.
way too good.
But doesn't he use the little guy?
Odd Job?
I don't know if he uses Odd Job.
Odd Job was always banned. I mean,
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that
you can't
was
use
Aaron's
that.
rule.
that was everybody's
Yeah,
rule.
that's great. We need to get together and play that. Hey, man, I love that Godfather's text thing that we're in. Me and you and
That's
Aaron
cool,
and
yeah.
Zach. It's great. It's great to stay in touch with Zach and Aaron that way, and you.
Yeah, I'm really, Zach, Hey, I mean, you guys know Zach.
Oh yeah.
He's like the glue of the group. You know what I mean? Like,
Zach Hill is a person that anyone could aspire to be like. He's
100% in every like aspect.
He's a perfect dad, a perfect husband.
Yeah. I tell him all the time. I'm like, dude, like you and Dez are like those two dudes are like two peas in a pod, man. They're awesome.
They're amazing people. Adam has an interesting question for you.
Well,
Okay.
I see it written down in his notes. I just noticed it here.
I just wondered if you have you ever felt any pain greater than having a tattoo around your nipple?
Oh my god, bro. Maybe my collarbone, but
Okay.
that nipple tat, bro, sucks.
Man, I mean,
The
you've
nipple
got.
sucks.
It looks like there's a lot of work right around that nipple, man. That looks fucking
Dude,
shitty.
it's painful, and I'm thinking about getting a whole leg sleeve.
Oh
But
no
everyone
shit.
says it hurts, so.
I can imagine.
Damn, man.
But it's like I want a huge like anime fight scene on my leg.
Oh, okay. Who's gonna be fighting?
So I know it's going to be like either just Naruto, just Deku, and like Goku,
Mm.
or if it's going to be Naruto, All Might, and Goku.
Oh, mix
Or it
them
might
up.
be, or it might be like Goku and Vegeta, All Might and Deku, Naruto, and like the Pervy Sage.
Oh shit. Okay.
Perfect.
Versus like yeah, Pervy Sage is awesome. Versus like Orochimaru, maybe I don't know, Golden Frieza, and maybe like One for All.
So this could be a badass battle, like a battle royale.
Or All for One, I should say. I'm sorry.
What
All
kind
for
of?
So
one,
it's gonna
yeah.
be like, it's gonna be like I want a huge like fight scene going down my leg.
Man, that's pretty badass. You ever watch One Punch Man?
I do. I watched the whole first season. I haven't seen the second season.
Fucking Sodom was a badass.
I need to. Yeah. Oh yeah. Dang. Yeah. I need to go back and finish.
I'd have to have Sodom on. I mean, he looks like me anyway. He's just
He
bald.
looks like all of us.
he's just
Yeah.
he's just bald.
Trevor, I know your fucking next Halloween outfit that you can wear.
Don the One Punch costume.
That's great.
How is it though, being bald? I mean,
We know.
you're part of a brotherhood.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Are
yeah,
you
guys
bald?
know.
Do you choose bald?
No, I don't choose.
Okay, so
it.
you just
Oh,
you
man.
live with it like the rest of us.
Yeah, it's definitely not my first choice. I tried to hold on to it too. I really tried to like.
Bald
my
chooses
barber
you
would,
for
like-
greatness, though.
It does. I think.
I mean,
so.
right? Like bald singles you out and says you're gonna be awesome because you're gonna be bald.
And
He
it's
said he
like,
tried to hold on. To
Yeah,
it.
hold on to. You can't hold on to it, man.
you can try it. But
I mean, literally,
my-
there's
my
nothing to hold on
hair
to.
was going, man. There's nothing. Yeah, I was like, I gotta get rid of it, man.
Oh yeah, I've got a little island and some things going on, and it's like, man, this looks bad.
Looks awful, man.
Just fucking shave that
Yeah.
shit off.
And so luckily, like, I got a pretty decently shaped, like, peanut head.
Yeah, you do. You have a decent shaped head. You got a good head.
Yeah, you got a good
I've
head
seen
on
some
you.
guys with shaved heads that they don't need shaved heads. They got like a pointy little thing on top of their head or something.
You know what fucks me up is seeing old pictures of stunning Steve Austin with hair.
Oh,
That
man.
fucks me. I'm like, whoa,
It's not right.
that doesn't
It's
look
not
right.
No, it doesn't look. It doesn't
My
look
Stone
good.
Cold's got to be bald. My Steve Austin's got to be bald.
He got to be bald, man.
Yeah.
He got to be bald. Hey, let's change gears a little bit. Did you enjoy Endgame, the Avengers Endgame? Because no one else. A lot of people did, and a lot of people didn't. I just want to ask you.
I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I think because it was like, I don't know. I think I enjoyed it as far as,
Just as a movie.
I mean, some people had like died and stuff, but I'm not sure. But I think overall, I enjoyed it completely. Mostly just because I am like just a comic book geek and mark. So like, for example, I enjoyed like, Batman versus Superman.
You enjoyed
You know
that?
what I mean?
Oh,
Damn, Trevor.
Yeah, because like, but the thing is, it's like, could I go in and say like all this stuff sucks? Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I'm just watching it now because like I like watching Batman and Superman.
yeah.
Well,
So if
that's
I can see them fight each other in real life, it's awesome.
that's
I feel
fair.
like- I feel like that's why you do so well, is because you look at the bright side of everything.
I do because again are there things in Batman and Superman that are atrocious? Yeah,
Martha.
but But yeah, like it doesn't make sense.
No.
However, but like, do you get to see a cool real life Batman suited up armor Batman fight Superman? Like, it's an awesome fight.
Yeah, it makes the boner hit the table. Here's the noise.
That's definitely the best part of the movie, for sure.
No doubt.
But that's
the fight.
I mean, I for sure the best part of the movie.
So what made you pick the Nightwing costume?
Oh, I'm a fan of Nightwing. Actually, I like Nightwing. I like Nightwing more than I like Batman.
No shit.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
I don't have a grudge against Batman. I have a grudge against Batman fans.
Oh,
Dude,
fair.
Hey, you're speaking.
Fair.
You can be a guest speaker on here anytime.
Yeah,
man.
because I have the same
like
thing.
I want to enjoy Batman. I want to enjoy him so much, but oh my, his fans are the worst.
Yeah.
And he's just like a god who can just not ever die by anybody.
It's so annoying.
I hate that.
Yeah.
And it's like, you guys are just ruining Batman for me.
I 100% agree.
I totally agree.
But
with
I always
that.
like Dick Grayson too, and I thought Nightwing was cool, and I just
Well, I mean, Dick Grayson's an acrobat, much like you are.
yeah, there you go.
Really.
That outfit you wore really was cool looking. Seriously.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was definitely Nightwing inspired. And then I did the red. I did there's like a little bit of Batman Beyond.
I
And
saw
like
that
red
one.
Nightwing and red Nightwing inspired.
Badass.
Yeah, because I said to someone that the red one was Nightwing inspired, and they're like, "That's fucking Batman Beyond" at my store, and I'm like, "No, I think Nightwing's worn red before, man."
Yeah, he has.
No, yeah, it was definitely like it was definitely like the comment of Nightwing's like full, but without the mask. Yeah.
Who would you cast as Nightwing? I know that's just out of the blue, but he's never been in a movie.
Well, he's in
Oh wow,
Titan's show, though.
Well, I just mean a live action movie. I don't know either. I'm just asking
I
you.
don't know.
I don't know actors' names. I think everyone's name is Daniel Day-Lewis.
He does. Damn.
I don't know anyone's name.
I would have to think on that right now.
Well, that's cool. Nightwing would be a cool character in a movie, though, I think.
Nightwing would be a cool character in a movie.
Yeah, he could lead his own movie.
Nightwing.
I mean,
But,
easily.
You know,
He could, for sure.
it'd have to have that Batman tied to it so the general public would.
If he like debuted in a Batman movie,
Yes.
and then the next one had his own movie.
See, don't you think they should let a Robin like grow to be Nightwing? I mean,
Yes.
that's
I
how they
think
should
would
do
be
that.
great.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wasn't that where they were going with?
Wait, you talking about like the Joel Schumacher shit with Batman?
No, he's talking about Joseph P. Levitt Jordan or
okay.
whatever.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt or whatever.
Yeah. I guess that's where they were headed with that,
Yeah,
but they never got
Weren't
there.
they like kind of? Yeah.
They were kind of going there, but I'm wrong. DC Network has Titans and Nightwings on.
Yeah, about that. That's
Yeah.
what I was saying.
Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
that is awesome.
Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen it, but I've seen like clips and stuff.
Yeah, it looks
And all
cool.
my friends who have seen it are like, "Oh yeah, it's really good."
I mean, he has that great scene. I mean, that great scene that was in the trailer where he just says "fuck Batman."
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But he's Robin at that point, I think. He
Yeah.
turned into
Yeah.
Nightwing in the last season.
Yeah.
I watched Swamp Thing on there. That's fucking legit, man. Of course, I stole it.
Oh, is it? Oh, I've never even seen that.
It's really, really cool. Do you remember going to a Marshall's birthday party and there was a Danzig cake?
I remember going to the party. I don't remember the cake.
It was like a black cake with Danzig's skull
It was a
on
demon skull of a
because
cake.
he has that tattoo on his back.
I thought it was the one on his hand.
He's got one on his hand too.
He has 2 Danzig tattoos. How fucking
He just has a burning skull.
yeah,
on his hand.
that's ridiculous. Anyways, I saw some pictures of that with me and you and Adam there. It was fucking awesome.
I don't remember the cake. I do remember going to the party though.
It was a fun party
It
though.
was a great time.
I just remember Marshall disappeared.
Yeah, he did.
I remember he went with us when we all went to Cedar Point one year.
Oh yeah,
See, I missed
But he's
on
like-
that one.
But
He
he's
talks
like
about that.
Afraid of roller coasters. Not
he's scared
afraid,
of
he just
heights.
doesn't like
No,
them.
he's scared of
He's
heights.
scared of heights or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like he just didn't do anything the whole time.
That's
Right,
awesome.
that sounds
He
like
just
him.
drove 9 hours with us to hang out with us.
You know, he won't ride in a car anywhere now.
No.
No, he doesn't. If a trip's over an hour, he's not interested.
He told me when we used to
I love
drive.
it. That's great.
We used to drive to the paper mill. It was like 45 minutes from here, you know. He's like, I wish I could crash my car on the way to work just to get out. I'm like, oh my God.
It's like not even that far. Yeah, no, it was 9 hours from Paducah
To Cedar Point,
Cedar Point. So
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy,
he
man.
didn't even do anything.
which
Now
is
he don't even.
that's Marshy right there.
Hey, check
That's
this
great.
out. One of our biggest customers is Will Woods, who created CPW. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I got. Yeah, dude. he's like basically was like my trainer at first.
Chaos Pro Wrestling.
That's crazy.
Man.
He like taught me a suplex and a body slam and stuff.
That's so
Front
cool.
rolls and stuff.
See, I remember
I mean,
when,
those are the building
when
blocks.
I was wrestling with Aaron and shit, I was the Owl. My finisher was the Avalanche, right? Aaron was the
Of course.
Prophecy. But we would do it on like beds. Remember this?
Yeah, we definitely did that.
But you were the one that's like, I'm going to fucking train with these real wrestlers. And I did that one time. I did a leg drop off the top rope. I puked, and I never did it again. so I respect you, brother.
Funny enough, Joey was actually there.
Yeah.
Our first date, me and my buddy Michael and Joey, and there were like two other guys.
Wrestling?
And yeah, like training for wrestling, and Joey was trying to get back into it.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Crazy.
Man, those CPW guys had me do front flips like for an hour and land on my back. You know the shit I'm talking about.
Flip bumps.
Flip bump. I had to go to Cinemark because I was working there as an usher at the time. I was all hot and I drank a bunch of sweet tea. And I fucking puked all over the break room. I'm like, you know what? I don't think wrestling's for me. So, man, you got it going on, man. You got a lot of memories of the Chaos era.
Oh yeah, man, those guys.
They're great.
Dude, that's why I got the logo on my arm, because like it wasn't like, honestly, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for those group of 17-year-old kids.
Yeah,
man, that's crazy.
We still see Coma White, Steven Ragsdale. Is that his full name? We still see him, and
I was supposed to go and get. He apparently has like some footage of like a bunch of my old stuff, like
oh, that's cool.
maybe like old stuff before I did it. So I think I'm trying to get some of that right now, and get a hold of some of that.
Oh, that's great, man.
That's awesome, man.
We see a lot of those guys. They shop with us. We always loved them, and I remember back in the day, the rap metal thing was happening. We always called them the fat rap metal kids from Metropolis.
Yeah,
and they loved that. They didn't even take offense to it. It was like, well, we love these guys now.
Yeah,
it was great, man.
That whole crew was like, good group of dudes, man.
Oh man, they're awesome, and they all still really see each other and stuff. It's a pretty cool thing.
I love it.
And Will's totally involved in Comic-Cons and all kinds of stuff. Do we have you for much longer?
Yeah, I got a little bit.
Okay, I don't want to ruin your
I just
Sunday.
gotta go to Home Depot here in a little bit.
Oh shit! What are you working on your house still?
I gotta get some more tape to tape off. It's so awesome. I absolutely love it. By the way, it's like got an awesome view. It's just like big enough for me. It's like, absolutely love it.
Man, congratulations!
Thank you so much.
So you're painting?
Yeah, right now we're painting. We got the whole living room done. I still got to tape off my room and the two bathrooms.
Oh shit!
Man.
Taping is
taping off.
I just think that's a bitch, man.
Thank you so much, because my two friends were like painting. And they're talking about how like I haven't done anything, and I'm like, if you guys want to switch,
yeah, right.
I'll just throw some paint on the walls, and you can tape all this off. We can switch. Yeah, I'll switch with you right now.
I love that. That's right. That's it, man.
I was like, otherwise, like you can shut up, get out my house or something, because like you're just throwing some paint on the walls. That's the fun, easy part. I'm trying to deal with these corners right now. Don't talk to me.
Oh man,
don't talk to me, motherfucker.
Trying to tape off like trim work.
Yeah, it's the worst. I hate it.
And then getting the tape to come off without fucking the paint up. That's good too.
Oh, man.
I know. I'm worried. We'll see.
Ugh.
Hopefully, I did it good enough. But I have like OCD, so things got to be like nice. So I think when I do it, it's going to be okay.
You got perfectly straight then.
Yeah.
So what's it like being action figure number 69?
Yeah, I always noticed that. Just being an action figure in general is kind of crazy. It was always on one of my like wrestling bucket lists when I was like young. I wanted to like get flown somewhere, and I remember my first time flying somewhere. Like I wanted to be in a video game. I wanted to like be an action figure. I wanted to like do all this stuff. So it's like cool. Like all of it's freaking happening.
You've done it all.
Yeah, I mean you have checked that. Now you went in and did the mocap for a game previously to you being in one, right?
Yeah,
I remember you coming in the store and telling me about that.
Maybe like 3 years ago, maybe longer than that. Maybe like 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago.
I mean, what was that like?
Oh, it was pretty cool. I mean, like they have us get there at like 7 though, and then like we get in a little suit with all the little white balls all over you.
The little white
And you
balls.
put
You got the little golf ball suit. I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, they're like, I guess, reflective balls for the light. And, but then they're like, okay, can you do a springboard 450 or something? I'm like, oh, I ain't even warmed up. Like, whoa, what? It's 7 in the morning.
Thought I was
All
just
right.
wearing this and drinking coffee.
And they're like, yeah, we need shooting star and 450s and a 630. And I'm like, oh, ooh, give me a second.
But you're in
I'll
a
go
ring,
first.
right?
Yeah, it's in a ring.
Yeah.
Just going straight to a 630. Just going right at it.
It was pretty cool, actually. It was a pretty cool experience. I think at the time, like, Kevin Owens came in and, like, he was giving me one of his moves that I think the pop-up power bomb or something, but there's like a crash pad. So it's like, I'm not taking it like on the ring or nothing. And then like, Finn Balor showed up and like I had to take one of his moves.
Well, he's great.
So I was just the crash test dummy.
And this is before you had signed, but you already know those guys.
Yeah.
That was what,
I already knew those guys, and
2K17?
it was before. I want to say, was it 17 or 16?
I recall seeing you with, Prince Fergal and Kevin Steen way back in the day. I think I got those names right. But I was watching because you were on there, not because of them. So when I saw them
PWG,
sign with
me and Steen,
Yes.
and then
when I saw them sign with WWE, I was like, Trevor's not far behind. He's going to be there before we know it. That's cool you were doing the mocap.
You're officially my only friend that has not only an action figure, but also has been in a video game.
It's pretty crazy.
It's fucking awesome, dude. What are you talking about?
I'm just glad it's not
pretty
Aaron.
Crazy.
So how many balls would they have to put on Aaron's hair for them to get, to capture that?
Oh my goodness!
Because he wouldn't be happy till it was right.
2 long balls,
He's like,
they're mine.
Placed right on top.
How many balls do you have to wear when you do that?
I don't know. They're like all over the suit, I guess, because of the light that when you move, that's how they get the movements of the guys.
I've seen pictures of like the guy that plays Hulk wearing this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Andy
probably the same
Serkis
thing.
were one for years and years and years.
Trevor, that kind of like Hollywood shit. You could go into Hollywood.
I wish. It'd be great.
You're going to.
I mean, you need to play Nightwing in something.
It's gonna be
Go
awesome.
play Nightwing.
You
ball.
play Miles Morales, man.
Nightwing.
Shit. What if you could be Miles Morales? That'd be...
Just 32-year-old Miles.
Yeah.
Well, it can happen. They can have a time
Really late in his...
Trevor,
really
you
late.
have boyish good looks.
Yeah, you do.
So, it will work.
Yeah, it'd work.
You want to do a fan question?
Yeah.
All right. From Jared Henson in Paducah, Kentucky. Would you wrestle Alex in a Darth Vader costume with no shirt?
Who's in the Darth Vader costume and who's wearing no shirt? Like, is he asking, would I wrestle you while I'm wearing a Darth Vader costume, or would I wrestle you while you're in a Darth Vader costume?
That's a great question.
I think it's would you wrestle Alex while he's wearing a Darth Vader costume?
With no shirt
and I
on.
have no shirt.
No, I have no
Alex
shirt.
has no shirt on.
The tits are out.
So you just got the cape, the legs, and the helmet.
Yeah, and my underwear.
And his underwear.
So would you do that? Because if you will, we can make a lot of money on Patreon. I'll let you go over.
Okay, I'll take it, because I never win.
Oh, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Okay, and he also asked, who's your favorite Martin brother and why is it Adam?
I think everyone's favorite is Adam.
I do too. Fuck off.
Thank you, Trevor.
No, but we have a real question from DK Campbell. It says, one match with any wrestler of all time, of all eras, of any promotion. Who'd you go with?
There's a couple for a different reason.
Sure.
Hit them.
Yeah, get him.
Knock them out of the park.
Because it's like hard to pick just one. Because it's like, I would like to wrestle, obviously, The Rock, because just box office draw in general would make the most money. And it's The Rock, he's my favorite ever.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
For example, then like Randy Orton, because I feel like me and Randy, if you give us a good match, we could tell a really good match, and like we could just literally like, I think we would knock it out the park.
I do too.
Yeah.
And then like you got Rey Mysterio, because we've gotten to show a little bit, but like I would like to do it now and really like on like this stage, and then show everyone exactly.
That was a big match for you personally.
Oh, 100%. You're crying and tears and everything. But those three for sure are like, and then like Shawn Michaels like on like a WrestleMania.
Whew.
Oh man, Mr. WrestleMania at WrestleMania. I would.
Man, Shawn Michaels is fucking legit. And you have you have a relationship with him, right? You guys are buddies.
Yeah, dude, he's one of the best dudes in the world as far as like just asking for advice or like giving advice, like anything. Like he's there to help. He's like, oh man, he's been there a lot for me.
Man,
that is awesome.
That's awesome. I was watching his match against Chris Jericho recently, one of the WrestleManias. I don't know which one.
WrestleMania
23, maybe. I don't remember.
I think so.
But the way he climbed up the turnbuckle to do his final elbow drop, I thought I saw in there the way you kind of climb up, where it looks like it takes more energy. I was like, hey, did he teach him that? Because I don't recall you always doing that.
He has a lot of little things that you don't really think about, really, that he'll say, and you're just like, oh my God, you're totally right. You know what I mean? Like, it's wild. Or you ask him like, hey, what about this? And he's like, oh, how about this, and this? And you're like, oh yeah, that's good too.
Well, that more than
it's
answers
always
that question.
Cool to be able to pick someone's mind that's been there.
That's been my favorite. I even think I tweeted about it, like being able to like sit in the back with Rey Mysterio and R-Truth and Randy. We're sitting here and we're not only like, do I get to pick their minds, but then like Kurt Angle, one time I talked to him for like an hour about just everything. You know what I mean? But then also wrestling too. I asked him about, cause I think my favorite pay-per-view of all time might be like the 2002 SummerSlam, where Ray and Kurt, they started out the show with like a 9-minute match, but it was like the best 9-minute opening match in history.
I'll be watching
that. It was so
tonight.
good.
I will too, now that you mention it.
And then, actually the whole pay-per-view is good. You had them, you had Edge versus Eddie, you had Jericho versus Flair, you had Shawn and Triple H in like a street fight, you had Christian and Lance Storm versus Booker T and Goldust. It was awesome.
That's a hell of a match.
I think the main event was like Rock and Brock Lesnar for the championship, and they were just crazy.
Jeez, what a stacked show,
dude!
Damn.
It's like my favorite pay-per-view. But I talked to Kurt, and like going back to what I was saying, sitting there and being able to just talk to these guys and like chill with them and hang out with them, like that's the coolest part, really.
We all watched those guys growing up.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
And realizing you're friends with them and stuff like that. That's the real special stuff.
It's real. It's really like, that's the stuff it's all about. You know what I mean?
So do you ever get starstruck by any of them?
Not anymore, because you see them every single Monday.
Used to it.
But, definitely like at first, Ray, Randy, even like AJ a little bit when I first met him, Stone Cold.
Yeah,
Stone Cold. Yeah, I can just
Stone
imagine.
Cold's bigger than life. Were you nervous on his show? I mean, that was before you signed with WWE.
Oh yeah, you can even if you go back and listen to it, like just in my words, like I start out like
I've actually listened to it 4 or 5 times. I mean, that's just because I think it's awesome listening to you, talk to Stone Cold. But man,
I couldn't tell you were nervous.
Well, only a couple times, like you start to say something, and it's like the way you change what you're saying, made me think he's a little nervous.
I for sure was nervous. I think I got eased up, I think, like near the end of it, but I'm like, man, I wish I could get one more.
But you were in person with Steve Austin, right?
We were at his like house. I was like playing with his dogs and stuff.
That's just cool.
I know this. I'm a totally wrestling fan.
We're just geeking out
moment
now.
Right here. Steve Austin can turn it on like no one else. I can imagine he would be intimidating. That's just how I feel because I don't know him. I've never been around him. But I also hear that he's so loving and giving and super cool. Is that your experience?
He's the coolest dude. And it's crazy. This is also stuff I've been thinking about recently. Here we go. We're going to get a little deep here. That's not deep.
That's what we want.
Let's do it.
After meeting like Stone Cold and meeting like Rey Mysterio and like The Rock and Randy and like all these guys, and I'm sure they have had their moments back in the day, but all these guys that I've met are just like some of the nicest people in the world. You know what I mean? And like, I'm sure they back in the day probably had their moments here or there. Like, I'm not saying that they haven't.
Right. I understand what you're saying.
Like, they could still be that way if they wanted to.
But they choose not to.
Sure.
Like Rey Mysterio, if he wanted to come in and just take up the whole locker room or do whatever he wanted and whatever, we'd be like, fuck, Rey kind of sucks, but it's Rey Mysterio. So we have to just,
yeah.
You know what I mean? But he doesn't. He comes in there and he gives me the sweater he's wearing because I said it looks cool. You know what I mean? True story. I was like, oh man, I was like, dang, that's a cool hoodie. He's like, you want it? I'm like, no. He's like, oh, here. I'm like, Ray, no.
That's great, man.
Because I said it looked cool. Like, you know what I mean? If I can like like I want to try to be that way for people now, like whoever, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I would say you do. I saw you working with some kids in a hospital. And they lit up, man, when they saw you, brother.
That's another cool thing about
that's got to feel
being able to do things like that.
Yeah, man.
That's a cool part, man. It really is, being able to do some of the Boys and Girls Clubs or Make-A-Wish or something, you know what I mean? Like those things are real cool. I enjoy that. I
bet that's probably probably the best part of the job.
That has to be very rewarding.
It definitely it's very cool to, like, if I don't know, we can do anything that we can do to just, help put a smile on someone's face for a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, take them out of reality.
That's what it's all about.
And that's what wrestling is. That's what comic books are. That's what movies are. And especially now, I mean,
video games, all of it. That's all of it. Take you kind of out of your own thing.
It's an escape. And that's awesome. You provide that for people. And I know it provided it for you growing up.
Yeah, 100% did.
Thank you for giving us that.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah. That's awesome.
Benjamin Hughes, this guy's great. He asked, what gimmick match that you haven't competed in would you like to? And for our listeners who aren't well versed, a gimmick match is like a Hell in a Cell or
table
strap match.
I guess maybe a Hell in a Cell would be cool.
I could see you tearing it up in Hell in a Cell.
You'd be insane on that.
Hell in a Cell would be cool. The Elimination Chamber looked cool.
That thing's cool, man. A lot of people do some cool stuff there.
Yeah, Lindsay Dorado did a cool thing. I don't know if I could ever top that, but.
Well, who was it? I don't recognize the name.
Lindsay Dorado.
Okay, I don't know.
He climbed to like the top of it and then like swung into like a shooting star off of it. Like it was crazy.
Oh wow! I just watched the women's Elimination Chamber maybe a month ago.
That was crazy.
It was good, man. It was damn good.
I always, think about the Hell in the Cell where, Mick Foley went through the top of the fucking cage.
That's the iconic one. Honestly, the better one.
Slam, I think, or
yeah. The better one is, in my opinion, Taker and Shawn Michaels, which is the first
too.
one.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Classic.
His bump off the side of the cage has kind of been overshadowed because of Mick Foley's.
Yeah, and Shane McMahon did that elbow drop off the top not too long ago.
Just a few years ago. With Undertaker with like a Beatles haircut.
Yeah,
that didn't look too good, man. So you would do a Hell in a Cell?
Maybe Elimination Chamber. That actually seems kind of cool.
Yeah, Elimination Chamber.
Although Hell in a Cell was like iconic, but they did it red this year, and it was like, I don't know if I was a fan
with the Bray Wyatt thing.
The lights, that's got to be hard to wrestle in.
There are two new gimmick matches, the Boneyard and the Firefly Funhouse.
Oh, I'll do a Boneyard. But dude, that match was so cool. Did you watch it?
I did. I'm an Undertaker mark, but I love AJ Styles. Love him.
Yeah.
And
I thought that was so cool. I started watching it at first, and I didn't know how to feel about it. I was like, ooh, this.
Yeah, I remember you were ahead of me, and I text you. I'm like, how's it going? You're like, dude, you're going to love it. I'm like, okay, cool. If Trevor says I'm going to like it, then I'm going to like it.
It's very Lucha Underground-esque.
Yes, and maybe Ultimate Deletion a little bit. Matt Hardy.
Exactly.
Broken Matt Hardy stuff.
I liked it, man.
You think they're going to do more of that, Trevor?
I hope so. I hope this was like not a change, but I hope this was something like an evolution of it now. I hope they don't overdo it, but like every WrestleMania or something, like they do like one or two cool, especially if they do like the double night. I don't know if they will or not continue that, but if they do a 2-night WrestleMania, which I think would be kind of cool because it's kind of a whole festival now.
Yeah.
But like, I think having like a Boneyard style match or Firefly Funhouse like style on both one each night might be cool just to break it up too.
I got to be honest, and right at first, I do WrestleMania every year whether I'm watching wrestling or not. It's my family's Super Bowl. You know?
Yeah.
We get chips and we eat like shit and we watch WrestleMania.
That's great, dude. That's awesome.
And I love it. And knowing that you're part of it is just amazing to me.
Well, thank you.
And this year, when I was watching the Boneyard thing because The Undertaker always brings me to WrestleMania. So I was pumped up about that. Whether he can go like he used to or any of that, it's irrelevant to me. I don't care.
You just want to see him, man.
You just want to see him, just want to hear the entrance music or whatever. But I found that this year's WrestleMania felt better to me in 2 days, like you're saying.
It's better than like sitting there for
10 hours.
8 hours.
Yeah,
so you're just sitting there
last
in
year,
the hot, and you're like, ugh.
Last year, the main event went on at midnight. If I'm
It
not
was,
mistaken, which is that's
wild.
that's too long, and you're asking too much of the audience. And what is cool is you can get some younger guys some really prominent spots if you split it up in two nights.
Split it up, yeah,
Right?
I agree. And I mean, I'm sure especially because they always do arenas, so I'm sure booking that arena for 2 nights or whatever might be a lot. So I don't know how.
More money.
I'm sure there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
Trying to fill it up both nights.
That could even be cheaper though if you went for 2 nights. You know how those things work.
You get a deal or something.
Yeah, because I mean, I would imagine trying to get an arena ready for one event for 1 day is probably
That's a lot of things that people don't consider when they think about wrestling.
But also, I know the city kind of bids on WrestleMania.
Yes, sir.
It's not you know what I mean. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's very true because it means a lot of tourism.
We would have to lower our price or something. I don't know.
Right. What about the unsung heroes that work? The guys setting up the ring and the cameramen. Are you friends with any of those guys?
Oh yeah. I try to be the camera guys for sure, and then a lot of the I don't know what you would call them, but yeah, the guys who set up and break down are always running around and stuff.
Yeah. They work hard.
They are going all the time.
They work
especially
hard.
when it was
live events.
SmackDown was on Tuesdays and stuff.
Oh man, I can just imagine.
Because they would have to go from live events to Raw to SmackDown. It was wild.
And it's only one crew, or is it 2 crews?
No, it's a couple different crews, but as far as the refs and stuff, they travel and they help set up the ring and help direct all that. So they were just going, man. It was wild.
That's interesting to me because as a wrestling fan, I pay attention to the referee. And I was listening to Jericho's podcast, Talk is Jericho, and he had the guy on there that reffed his match with HBK and reffed HBK versus Taker at 25. And they were saying the placement of the ref and all that stuff really, really matters. That's your experience too, right?
Oh, 100%. The ref is so vital, and he really can add or take away from the match. If you get a bad ref, I think all the refs in the WWE are on point and on money. But obviously you go on the indies, you don't get that a lot of times.
Right.
But refs are so vital. They help out in so many different ways.
It's really interesting because they don't get any of the glory, but they're part of the match.
Yeah, they're part of the program.
They're part of the match, man.
A ref taking a bump is always a big turning point in a match.
In any match.
Always. And a wrestler taking the same move, it doesn't kill him, but it kills a ref. And I'm not picking on it.
That's because they're not fighters, man. They don't have the physical capabilities of these superhumans.
That's right.
In the ring.
They're not the one and only, motherfucker.
That's it. They're not the one and only.
But anyways, that was just me ranting. Josh Alderman asked, Marvel, DC, or an indie? So he's got a comic book question for you.
Which one do you think is better?
I think if you're going comics, I would prefer. Oh man, DC's got great comics.
You piece of shit. I'm kidding with you, bro.
I think I'm more of a Marvel guy.
Who are your top characters at Marvel?
My top characters
obviously
at Marvel
Spider-Man
are.
Yeah.
Spider-Man would be my first one. Because I don't know. Peter Parker's my guy.
Hey, me too, bro.
I like Daredevil a lot.
Oh, baby.
I don't know if he gets enough.
He doesn't.
Enough?
No,
did you watch the Netflix show?
I did.
It was fucking intense.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was great. I like, he's another one that a lot of people like I love Wolverine, but a lot of people, they're not as bad as Batman fans, but a lot of people, Wolverine is.
There's definitely, the difference between Wolverine and Batman though is that Batman's just a dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, to have Batman kick, a whole army's ass of 14,000 people's come on, man, you're a guy.
It doesn't make sense. What's cool about Wolverine, and I think what you're saying is his fans can suck, but what's cool is Wolverine realizes that he's unkillable, basically.
Yes.
And that's why he gets to have that demeanor of being a badass.
His attitude and
not
everything.
Because he's actually he's a badass, but he doesn't, you know what I'm saying? He's not an arrogant, pompous person.
He just realizes you're not going to beat him.
You can't beat him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great top 3.
I also like Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler's a good one. I
Ooh,
like Nightcrawler.
damn, you're going deep, dog.
Yeah, Nightcrawler is a good one.
Yeah, Nightcrawler's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a ton.
So if you went with DC,
But if you're
obviously,
going like animated movies, DC's got great animated.
Oh, you got that right.
Man, you're right about that. They kill it on
and
the
I
animated.
I like Flash. Flash is up there, top 5 of my favorite superheroes.
Seems to be a lot of people love Flash.
I like Flash a lot. I like
Flash
Barry
has
Allen.
a Peter Parker-esque vibe, though.
He has a Peter Parker-esque vibe.
I mean,
That's exactly
he's a
why
really
I like.
smart guy that's kind of an everyman.
Yeah,
That's
he just
kind of
happened to have. Yeah,
That's what I like about the Flash.
I dig that. Okay, Nikki Vincent, Dustin Hyatt's girlfriend, he used to work at our store. She asked, of any faction through history, which one would you join if you could?
Oh, man.
That's deep.
Maybe I would join Kai and Tai and be me, Funaki, and Taka, and we would just...
That's the shit.
Hell yeah.
That's the shit, man. Earlier I said the Nation because The Rock and Mark Henry are
just imagine you in the
awesome.
Nation of Domination.
Yeah, and Owen Hart, he was in the Nation of Domination.
Yes, he was.
Damn,
and he was awesome.
You're right, he was.
He was awesome. Man, that's hard. I would have to go DX maybe
just because you like
DX
because you like green.
I like green. That's the only reason.
You like glow sticks.
I just really like green glow sticks.
That's great, but
don't ever drink that juice. It doesn't taste good.
You can't make slushies
Gotta light
out
your
of
teeth up.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know, something weird about it.
You know, you're not going to believe this because I grew up in the same era, but I never liked DX. Never, not once. Is that crazy?
I could see you not liking them.
Leighton Allen stopped watching wrestling. This is so ridiculous because he wanted Kane to join DX and then have a green and black costume. And when that didn't happen, he was like, "I'm fucking done with wrestling.
I'm done with it."
Those are the things that can break you.
I like
though.
the dedication.
Yeah, me too. If Kane ever comes back with a green and black costume, then they'll get Leighton back, which I'm sure they
could have
miss
been in
him.
the Wolfpack, though.
Yeah,
Kane could have been in the Wolfpack.
He could have really. I think Kane's great. He's kind of unsung as a great
Kane
big
is
man.
Awesome. Yeah, one of the best.
Hey, he's the mayor down close to us here. He's the shit.
Oh, Glenn.
You talked to Glenn much?
I have not. I've just a little bit when he was there, but not very much. No.
Well, he seems cool as fuck.
He's very, very, very nice person.
I believe that. The demon hell spawn Kane. That's awesome, man. Okay, and we got one final question. What's your favorite match you had with Finn Balor or Fergal?
I've only had 2 actual matches. The other one, he was my tag partner.
Mm.
Oh, that's cool.
We had one in England for Rev Pro. That was awesome. I think it was like maybe like 2015, maybe.
Mm.
Maybe 14.
Now people are going to be just digging through YouTube, like trying to find that.
No, maybe it was like, it had to be like 14 or 15. But yeah, we had a match there that was awesome. I really liked that match.
I like Finn Balor. I think that demon thing he does is cool.
Oh yeah, that guy's
awesome.
He's
doing
like
the paint on the indies and stuff, and it kind of tumbled over here. It's awesome. I love it.
Similar to Trevor, he does a lot of comic book stuff. He's done Venom he's done Carnage.
Carnage, yeah.
Yes.
Lots of you guys are geeks.
All of us are freaking geeks, bro. We all like Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano's had some awesome gear.
Yeah.
He came out as like Wolverine. He came out as like
he just did recently, didn't he? Something.
Which one was he recently? I don't remember the one. Oh, well, he's kind of been a bad guy recently, but he did. Yeah, Phoenix. He's did Venom.
Yeah, that's
Captain
cool.
America. Like he did Star-Lord.
Yeah, Star-Lord. Hey, you've had some good matches with him through the years.
Yeah, Johnny's that dude, man. Johnny's great.
I feel like he's going to pop off and be one of the dudes at some point.
Yeah.
I like that guy you were teaming with, Aleister Black. He's the shit.
Ali's cool.
Yeah, that guy's cool, the shit, man. You got a new tag team?
You've got a new tag team, though, right? This is
me and Cedric.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, the Two Fly Crew.
Two Fly Crew, really?
I think that's really cool.
Are you excited about it?
Yeah, I'm super excited about it. Actually, picking the name was one of the hardest ones because I didn't want it to be like the Superhero Alliance or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, man, I hope it's not something like, I hope we can all agree on something that's not like, yeah.
Do you have to pass that around through creative? Was this your idea, or did they give it to you? Or
I mean, we have actually, I don't know how many times we've pitched in the past year, me and Seti teaming up. And I think obviously like there's times and like there's like things like storylines and stuff that they have to get through. So we've been pitching it for a while, and I think just recently it kind of like fell together. Like I think with everything happening, and then luckily like we both live in Orlando, and like I think it just all happened to be like the right time. And I think and so far like it's been pretty well received, which is really cool.
Well, people love you and they love Cedric Alexander. I mean,
and
I'm
so
talking wrestling fans.
No, yeah, exactly. And so this gives us a chance to like kind of just be us and not just be the good guys who are just glad to be here and glad to be wrestling, living our dream. Now we're here, like now we're kind of just being like how we are, like when we're traveling together.
Yeah, something. which is gonna get, I guess the proper term is get you over, because that's who you really are, right?
Exactly.
You two did a promo, after the match, and
it felt real.
City, right?
I really enjoyed it, man.
Thank you so much. Yeah, like that was like one take, man. Well,
it
two
felt
takes.
real too.
It did. It did. When you're walking away, you were like, "That was good. That was good." I'm like, "Yeah, that's awesome, man."
High five. That was a good high five.
Yeah, I mean, it was. Yeah,
it was really good.
It felt like it's you just up there talking.
Yeah, and that's what I've kind of been. Again, like, and they have their narrative. They wanna portray and stuff. So it's like you're gonna have to find the line. But like I've been kind of like wanting to go this route, trying to just be a little more me,
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
again, I think
real.
just timing has to be right, and I think the timing kind of just fell in place perfect. So,
man, I'm happy for you because
yeah,
as a fan of in-ring work, I can see the Two Fly Crew being tag champs. No fucking doubt about it.
I hope so, man.
No fucking doubt about it, man.
Now, did you come up with the name?
He and I both. We spit back stuff. Like, I think I pitched out Too Fly.
Which is
just
awesome.
Because remember, like, Too Cool?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Scotty Too Hotty.
Yeah, so I put, like, Too Fly. So, like, and then I think he came up with Two Fly Crew. I think he's the one.
I mean, it reminds me of Two Live Crew.
Yeah.
Two Live Crew,
which is a good thing.
Yeah, that's a, when a name reminds you of something.
Or Motley Crue. Or something.
I mean,
Motley Crue
makes it stick, though. Like when it reminds you of something else that you're already familiar with,
like Blitzkrieg POP.
and my thing is, there's so much the fans can chant it, and then
easily.
And then there's just a bunch of stuff that goes along with that name. I think is really cool, and it kind of goes with our personalities. I think at the same time, you know what I mean.
Sure.
Yeah, you guys, always got the best shoes, and you can fucking get around in the ring. I mean, I'm being honest. You guys, you're fly. You're fly.
I always.
And you fly.
And we fly.
Yeah, and there's two of you.
Exactly.
Yes.
And there's two of us.
I mean, it works on every level, but I really like what you say about fans being able to chant it. That is smart. That shows that you are a seasoned fucking pro.
I never really thought about before things like those things. I always just thought about the in-ring wrestling, only wrestling.
Yeah.
So now, like, since being here, that's the stuff I've been doing for 17 years. So now the past 2 years have really opened me up to like thinking as a all around like entertainer.
Interesting. I like that choice of word. That's a great word. Especially for what I mean, especially for what you do.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you're just getting started, man. And I know we're wrapping this bitch up here.
We love you though, Trevor.
Yeah, I love you guys.
Yeah, we love you, man. And I know you've done Good Morning America, and you were probably really nervous to do this with your loser friends on a cell phone. Thank you for your time, man. For real. And
this was awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me on. Hey, I got a question.
You ask us questions.
You shoot.
I was talking. I forgot because I was talking about Paducah, and they're like Paducah, and I was like, yeah. It's like I don't know if I'm correct when saying this, but this is just what I heard. It was named after like Chief Paducah, like an old like Indian chief. And now also, is it true that this Indian wasn't even a real person?
That's true.
That's true too.
Okay, see, I knew it.
It's a true false statement.
It's a true fake statement because there's a Paducah, Texas, and
yes,
Paducah, Texas probably has the same damn story. And
Chief Paducah.
There weren't two Chief Paducahs.
Or maybe the real story is that's how Paducah, Texas got their name, and we're like, yeah, us too.
We're just taking that.
We're just taking this shit.
We're just taking it.
Yeah,
I thought
maybe
that
is
true. Okay.
Do you miss living here at all? I mean, I'm sure you do.
I like, man, if I came back, I would move out like LBL. That out there is so beautiful.
That's where my
Yeah.
parents live, dog.
Yes, it is.
If I like ever got to move back there, or like wanted to buy like my forever home there, it would
Yeah.
be like out there on the lake or something.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool, man.
nice. We look forward to swimming with you out there then.
Yeah,
sure.
that's right, man.
Tubing.
That's right, man. Well, we're gonna what's Stone Cold say? We're gonna give him the go home cue.
Give him the go home, Jew.
That's right. We're gonna give him the go home cue, boy.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, man. Well, you do your thing. God bless you. We love you, man. And
Yeah, I love you, Trevor.
thank you for this.
Yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. This is great.